Welcome to Dominic Sports Picks, your winning edge. Hello and welcome, everyone. At Dominic Sports Picks, we are a team of seasoned analysts dedicated to providing you with the most insightful and data-driven MLB betting recommendations. Every day, we meticulously break down matchups, trends, and player performances to deliver top-tier picks, over/unders, player props, and parlays, helping you make smarter, more confident betting decisions. Our mission is simple: to combine expert analysis with a passion for the game, giving you the edge you need to succeed. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or just getting started, we're here to guide you with reliable, well-researched insights. Thank you for joining us. Let's make this season a winning one together. We're starting Dominic's Family Sports Picks. Today we have a matchup that could decide the AL East title: Tampa Bay Rays vs Toronto Blue Jays, Saturday, September 27th. Toronto is coming off a series-opening victory and is one step away from recapturing the division after a 10-year hiatus. Here are the recommended picks. Pick 1, Toronto Blue Jays to win. The Blue Jays, 92-68, not only have playoff motivation, but they also have their own way of securing the division. They will face Joe Boyle, 1-3, 4.40 ERA, who already showed dominance against them in his first outing, but who has generally been inconsistent and tends to lose control in long counts. Toronto will see Trey Yesavage, 0-0, 5.00 ERA, a prospect who, in his debut against the Rays, struck out 9 in 5 innings, showing solid starting talent. Although he's still learning the ropes, the team's urgency and the support of the offense make him a good bet. With a two-time energy champion in the dugout, the pick is clear: Toronto to win. Pick 2, totals over 7.5 runs. Both pitchers arrive with high ERAs, Yesavage with a 5.00 ERA and Boyle with a 4.40 ERA. Toronto, while missing Bo Bichette, has found production in secondary players like Nathan Lukes, while Tampa Bay has a hot road manager, 45 home runs this year, and the return of Jonathan Aranda, who brings immediate power. Toronto's motivation to keep scoring and the Rays' ability to respond with the bat creates an ideal scenario for more than 8 runs. Over 7.5 is a smart play. Pick 3, Joe Boyle over 3.5 strikeouts. Although Boyle is inconsistent, what he has never lacked is the ability to fan opponents. In his last outing, he had 9 strikeouts in 4.1 innings and generally averages more than 1 strikeout per inning. Toronto is a team that, without Bichette and with Guerrero Jr. out, has become vulnerable to strikeouts in certain parts of the lineup. The line is low, 3.5, and considering that even in a short outing, Boyle can rack up 4 to 5 strikeouts, this pick has great value. Dominic's recap. Toronto Blue Jays to win. Totals at over 7.5 runs. Joe Boyle at over 3.5 strikeouts. Toronto depends on itself to seal the division and can't let this opportunity slip away. The Rays are a dangerous opponent with power at the plate, but motivation and home field favor the Blue Jays. That's all Dominic Sports Picks. Leave me your like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any MLB analysis in the final stretch. Let's go for that green and keep winning together. We continue with Dominic's Sports Picks family. Today we analyze a key game in the final stretch of the MLB season: New York Mets vs Miami Marlins, Saturday, September 27th. The Mets are on the brink of elimination and absolutely need this win, while the Marlins, already out of contention, just want to spoil the party. Here are the recommended picks. Pick 1, New York Mets to win. The Mets arrive with Clay Holmes on the mound, 11-8, 3.66 ERA. Although he has had his ups and downs since June, he remains a reliable option against a Miami lineup that has consistently struggled. Furthermore, the Mets' bullpen is in all-or-nothing mode to sustain their wildcard bid. For the Marlins, Yuri Perez, 7-5, 4.20 ERA, has struggled greatly against these same Mets, 0-2 with a 17.18 ERA in 2 career starts. New York already hurt him tremendously in August when he recorded just 2 outs and allowed 5 runs. Motivation and urgency are on the Mets side, making this pick the strongest of the night. Pick 2, totals over 7 runs. The numbers point to a run-heavy duel. Holmes has declined in performance since mid-season, and the Mets' bullpen is anything but reliable. On the other hand, Perez simply hasn't found a way to dominate this New York lineup, which has already punished him severely in their 2 previous meetings. Furthermore, the Mets' offense absolutely needs to produce to sustain their postseason hopes, while the Marlins play without pressure and tend to unleash their bats more in that scenario. With both teams averaging over 4 runs in the series, the over 7 seems very attainable. Pick 3, Clay Holmes at over 2.5 strikeouts. Although he's not at his best, Holmes has shown the ability to strike out even in short outings. The Marlins are a team that averages 8 to 9 strikeouts per game, and against a starter who mixes slider and sinker with good control, surpassing the 2.5 line is very likely. We're not asking for a dominant outing here, just for him to strike out 3 batters, something that's within his reach and adds value to the parlay. Dominic recap. Mets to win. Totals at over 7 runs. Clay Holmes at over 2.5 strikeouts. The Mets have the pressure, the need, and the right opponent to stay alive in the wildcard race. Miami wants to spoil the party, but Perez's record against New York tips the scales in favor of the visiting team. That's all Dominic Sports Picks. If you enjoyed this analysis, leave your like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more daily MLB picks. Let's go for that green. Finally, Dominic Sports Picks family, we're leaving with a luxurious analysis of the final stretch of the season, Minnesota Twins vs Philadelphia Phillies, Saturday, September 27th. The Phillies are looking to finish strong to fight for the top seed in the NL, while the Twins are already looking ahead to 2026. Here are the recommended picks. Pick 1, Philadelphia Phillies to win. Ranger Suarez, 12-7, 3.12 ERA, will start for the Phillies. Although he's coming off a rough start in Arizona, he's one of the staff's most consistent arms and knows he needs to be in top form for the postseason. Plus, Philadelphia is 1 game behind the Brewers in the race for the number 1 seed in the NL, so they can't let up. On the other side will be Mick Abel, 2.42, 5.04 ERA, a prospect who arrived in the Joan Duran trade and who has struggled in the majors, 14.63 ERA in his first 3 appearances with the Twins. The difference in experience and momentum between the starters, coupled with Phillies' scorching offense, Sosa, Schwarber, Harper, makes the Phillies pick to win a solid one. Pick 2, totals over 7.5 runs. With Abel on the mound, Minnesota is very likely to allow hard contact early. The Phillies' offense is coming on strong. In Friday's game, they added power with Sosa's 4th home run in 3 games, and they have a lineup that delivers at Citizens Bank Park. For his part, Suarez isn't in his prime, he's allowing 6 runs in 4 innings, and while he should be able to keep Minnesota in check, late-season fatigue could give the Twins a couple of chances. Between Minnesota's tired bullpen and Phillies' offensive motivation, the 7.5 strikeout rate is very achievable. Pick 3, Ranger Suarez at over 4.5 strikeouts. Suarez isn't an elite strikeout hitter, but his sinker changeup combination generates plenty of misfires against young lineups like Minnesota's. He's averaging 8.1 strikeouts in 2025 and has already had several recent outings above that line. Furthermore, the Twins have been vulnerable to strikeouts over the past month, averaging 9.2 strikeouts per game. With 5 innings of work, Suarez has everything he needs to surpass 4.5 strikeouts. Pick summary Dominic predictions. Phillies to win. Totals at over 7.5 runs. Ranger Suarez at over 4.5 strikeouts. The Phillies can't give anything away and have the perfect opponent to head into October with confidence. Minnesota continues to compete energetically, but the talent gap is very clear. That's all Dominic Sports Picks. If you enjoyed this analysis, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Let's go for that green and let the baseball magic roll. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.